Let's talk about the ISIS brides. Ooh, scary. Not what they did or didn't do, but specifically citizenship. A lot of people seem to be outraged that these women, who are Australian citizens, have been allowed back into the country. So let's explain why. As an Australian, there are some fundamental rights you receive, like being able to vote in our elections or to get one of these guys. When I travel to another country, this shows that the Australian government vouches for who I am when I'm applying for a visa. But when I come back to Australia, this is just one of many things that can prove my legal right to enter as a citizen. No visa required. This is why, say, a dual British citizen would use their British passport when they enter England instead of their Australian one, because they don't need a visa. They're a citizen. It's their right to enter. And the right of entry into the country you're a citizen of is a very fundamental and basic right of citizenship. Even for citizens that we disagree with or whose actions we find abhorrent, they are still entitled to the very basic rights of citizenship. Then why don't we cancel their citizenship? Well, Australia is also a signatory to the 1961 Convention on the Reduction of Statelessness, which broadly ensures no person can become stateless. That is, they have to be represented by some country. In essence, neither I nor Australia can renounce my citizenship unless I gained citizenship somewhere else. For these ISIS brides, they don't have a secondary citizenship as far as I'm aware, and so Australia is bound to ensure that they are covered by our citizenship. How does this all relate to the ISIS brides though? Well, Australians fundamentally have a right to enter Australia regardless of their beliefs or actions because they are citizens. They have to have a country to call home. This is why arguments like how did they pass a character test don't work. Citizens don't take a test to enter. They are just allowed to. Nor do they lose their citizenship because of their actions, because that would make them stateless, and we cannot legally make someone stateless. And nor should they. Maybe I'm just being a dumb bleeding heart lefty, but I don't think any government, not a Labour or a Liberal government or a One Nation, should be able to unilaterally revoke citizenship or basic rights it affords to people in this country. And I would have thought that the anti-government right-wingers would also agree with that. It's a slippery slope when we say the government of the day can just decide which citizens are allowed to enter the country or have citizenship unilaterally. Think what you want about them, but we shouldn't be actively chipping away at our own fundamental citizenship rights just to score political points or win the culture war. We shouldn't trade in our rights to win the war on terror.